All right. Greetings. Welcome back to Blackbear News, where everything is connected. And the viewers are smarter than the average bear. How y'all doing? What's going on? Uh-oh. Dang it. What happened there? Oh. Sorry. I closed out my Rockfin tab. Apparently, I'm going to have to download Opera to control my tabs because I just can't do it. Victory Jen is saying hello from Twitter. That's what I like to see. Thanks for hanging out on Twitter, Victory. All right, people. People coming on in. I like to start the show, kind of on time. So we have a little time to chat and whatnot. But what's up? Good to see y'all. Excuse me. And we are live at our new time of 4 p.m. Pacific. And it's already been a long day. You're getting used to the time? Okay, good. Yeah, hopefully everybody will get used to the time. Hopefully I'll get used to the time. What's up, Gene? How you doing? John, Lone Wanderer, the Whooshes are in. American Nihilist, Bella, La Greasy. What's up, y'all? Good to see you. A lot happening, of course. The president of Iran, the Iranian president, his helicopter went down. And a lot of people are going, oh, that's interesting. Went down due to weather, apparently, but a lot of people are... Obviously, this looks suspicious, right? The Iranian president going down in his helicopter because of weather. I mean, maybe he could have. There's a lot of weather out there. That much is true. But a lot of people think it might be just, kind of convenient that the Iranian president is no longer. Yeah, everyone on board died. And it's funny. I went to go look up this story on Twitter, and there was a bunch of posts that were saying, like, the butcher of Tehran, everybody cheered because he died, right? It was kind of like, is that where we're going with this story? Is that what the takeaway from the story? I mean, they're trying to play up that he wasn't well liked and that he was a bad person, and everybody should be happy that he's gone, right? And I find that particular stance a little convenient, right? Gene says, I am more suspicious about all the presidents that are still alive. Maybe so. Yeah. Anyways, I was trying to get to this story, but there were two other helicopters with the presidential helicopter, and they were fine. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. The way they said it happened. Not saying that. Just saying. Looks kind of funny. Didn't they just kill a bunch of Iranian diplomats? Didn't that just happen? When I say they, I mean someone. I think it was Israel. I think it was. Anyways, a lot of people are calling foul play, or just suspicions, calling suspicious. Color me suspicious. But I guess we'll find out some more of it. Well, okay. Well, we'll get some official news reading in. Okay. Sure. We'll do that since this is a new show. And it is a new show because news is in the name. Iran's president, foreign minister, other officials confirmed dead in helicopter crash. There was no immediate cause for the crash, but the helicopter had to make a hard landing on Sunday. Okay. There was no immediate cause for the crash. Really? Well, this was published last night. Interesting. No. Sorry, guys. The death of Raisi, nicknamed the Butcher of Tehran. President Ibrahim Raisi, nicknamed the Butcher of Tehran for his oversight of mass executions of political prisoners in 1988, forced Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei to install interim leadership for Iran's executive branch. An Israeli official denied to Reuters the country had any involvement in the deadly crash, saying bluntly, it wasn't us. Okay. There were no signs of life at the crash site. Fog, yes, that's what I heard. That's what I saw too, Victory Jen. I did see that. I saw that on TLAV. That someone was trying to look for the weather data for the area where the crash took place. They said it was fog, and when I'm just recounting, someone else's recounting. But when they went to go look for the data was missing. It was not there. It went from the 18th to the 20th. So that is very, 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 very interesting, right? Again, you can have, that's just another coincidence, right? It starts to look weird when you have the coincidences piling up. If there's one coincidence, okay, coincidence. But when you start getting, 2, 3, 5, 10 coincidences piling up around a story, then you got to be like, all right. If your suspicion bells aren't going off, then maybe you're just not curious enough. Oh, let's see. Let's read this. Is giving us a sidebar here on the chat. Paul Wellstone. Remember Paul Wellstone, guys? Wasn't he governor of Minnesota? Am I right? Anyways, and he died in just a random plane accident. Paul Wellstone was a great Jewish American hero. Wellstone was the bravest political leader in the United States. He had dedicated himself publicly to stopping the Bush-Cheney regime's war on Iraq. And he had privately been determined to investigate 9/11 to get to the truth. I didn't know that part about Wellstone. He knew the official story was false. I didn't know that part about Wellstone. Cheney threatened him, told him to back down or there would be the most severe possible consequences for him personally as well as for the state of Minnesota. Less than a week later, Wellstone's plane went down and the media claimed that there was bad weather. Blame it on the weather, guys. Blame it on the weather. Are you conspiracy averse, Victory Jen? All right. Sure you are. Is silver skyrocketing? Tell me more. It makes me wish I had some. No, I don't want this AI weirdness in my life. Go away. Please go away. What is it? What is it? Tell me what it is. $31. Dang. Pretty good. Dang. Not bad. Not bad, silver. I mean, years ago I was buying silver, but they wouldn't let it really, they manipulate the market like heavily. But it is actually going up now. I wonder if it's going up because, well, obviously people are buying it, but it must be going up because it's hard to manipulate it at this point, right? We're going to talk about the debt skyrocketing too, right? Silver skyrocketing and so is the debt. I'm trying to talk about all the things. But anyways, years ago I was buying silver and I had to sell it all, but just because I had some, then I needed to sell it, but it didn't really matter because it was at around 15. Sometimes it would go up to 17. I think once or twice it went all the way up to 20 or something, but it would just kept going back down. It would just bounce between like 15 and 20 for like a long time. I was like, wake me up when it actually goes somewhere, right? They kept saying like silver's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go to $100. And I know it's a long-term investment. I know that. But it had, I haven't really been paying attention to it. But looks like over the last year or so, it's been doing some things. Well, actually, over the last 3 years, it's been doing some things. Looks like it went up during COVID quite a bit. But wow, 31. Shoot. Good to know. Well, the other reason why they manipulate silver is because silver is used in so many gadgets, right? There's a lot of silver in the gadgets. And so they really have to try to manipulate it because, if silver went up to $100, then, the price of all the tech you buy or a lot of the tech you buy would be impacted. And the bottom line would be impacted. It might go up too much for people to be able to afford it, which would impact the actual makers of the tech, right? Anyways, silver is very controlled, extremely controlled. So it's interesting that it's gone up this high. That's good. Gene says I buy coffee, chocolate, and whiskey. It is good for trading. Yeah. Gigabane says the main reason to buy now is not profit. If it is to protect your assets from the collapse of the petrodollar. And that, yes, is a really good point. Yeah. That's right. You know that's right. All right. Well, let's try to make it through. Oh, well, this is kind of in line with what we're talking about. A million seconds ago, and they're trying to. Seeds will be valuable, yes. All right. So this is just to give you an idea of how much $1 trillion is. To give you an idea about how much $1 trillion is. Trillion, and that's what, I always talk about nothing costs $1 billion. Hardly anything really is worth $1 billion. Everything is, a money laundering scheme. Or scam, whatever you want. Right, because it's an astronomical amount of money. It's a massive amount of money. A million seconds ago, it was May 8th. A billion seconds ago, it was 1993. A trillion seconds ago, it was 30,000 BC. Now, I didn't do my due diligence and check because people do weird math stuff and try to get away with it. So, I don't know. You always have to kind of check these kind of numbers. But $1 trillion is an astronomical number. Hold on one second. Yes, 1 trillion seconds is 31,000, almost 32,000 years. 32,000 years. So this math is correct. I just had to check for myself. 1 trillion seconds is 31,000 years. And the U.S. debt is rising by $1 trillion every 100 days. We are in a debt spiral. We are in a debt spiral. And things are already, the seams are coming apart. And it's everywhere you look. It is everywhere you look. Bitcoin is also going up, probably for the same reason. But Bitcoin is also, they're trying to control Bitcoin as well. Crypto, a lot of people see crypto as a hedge, at least a short-term hedge, as long as the internet stays on. Short-term hedge on the, people are looking for places to put their money. Anyways, the seams are coming apart. And you can see it everywhere. It is everywhere, and the government is just putting the spin out as fast as they can. Like, inflation is blah 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 7% or some stupid number. When the actual real cost of goods over the last few years is like 100% or 150%. That's the real inflation number. It's astronomical. It's absolutely astronomical. State budgets are failing. California state budget is going through the floor. People are really having a hard, there are economic indicators everywhere are screaming, bad times, bad times. So they're not going to let you know until the very last minute, that, yeah, we're in a recession, guys. They're not going to let you know until everything is absolutely wiped out. Then they're going to go, oh, geez, yeah, we are in a real pickle here. And that's, and it may get worse than that. It may get worse than just them coming on the news and going, we're in a pickle. Anyways, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay, let's listen to this. It's 25 seconds.
The U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path. And that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy.
I have the sense this worries you very much.
Over the long run, of course it does. We're borrowing from future generations. It's time for us to get back to putting a priority on fiscal sustainability. And sooner is better than later. The U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The U.S. federal government.
Well, I don't know, It doesn't seem, when you can't actually admit to the reality of the situation, I don't know that you can take any steps. About the only thing that they're admitting, they're doing is raising interest rates in the face of inflation, but they're waffling on that. They're like, yeah, it seems like it's okay. I don't know, maybe just a little bit, maybe not so much. But the indicators are definitely flashing red. Definitely flashing red. And those are astronomical numbers. $1 trillion every 100 days. My God. I don't know how you can sustain that kind of growth. John Glad says interest on the debt is $821 billion with a B. Bella says 22,000 days. Is that what is 22,000 days? A lifetime? Debt equals value. Yeah. Deline says Trump and Biden are pro-nuclear, RFK is not. Yeah, I mean, aside from RFK's stance on Israel, he seems to be pretty good on like pretty much everything else. But and people have ideas about that. All right. Let's look at this story. And debt equals slavery. One man's slavery is another man's value. Gene says they are all pro-genocide except Jill Stein and the socialist candidate. Cornel West is not pro-genocide either. You can put Cornel West in that camp. A lot of people, though, are under the impression that RFK Jr. is just, it's just acting it out. I don't know. You judge. 22,000 equals 60 years. Okay. A lot of people are under the impression that RFK is just acting out that particular role because it doesn't actually make any sense. Right. You know, if you line up all his other policies and you go like, well, he seems to be like a really logical, well-meaning, intelligent person, and he just gets to this one issue and it's like his brain just melted all over his face. And so, you know, I mean, it seems like a logical conclusion that he might be just acting it out, right? Because you can't get, they're not going to let anybody who's anti-Israel anywhere close to any, to hardly any office. And if you're in office, they're going to make sure you stay pro-Israel, right? So I don't know. Maybe he's just playing a game. I don't know. Let's look at this story. And if he is playing a game, and if that's the truth, I want to know if RFK is going to be at the debate. If he is playing a game, if that is the likely thing, then, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could be like super offended and like, oh my God, what a crazy lunatic. Sure, because the things you say are the things you say. That it's the energy you put out in the world. But if you are literally just saying it with a wink, then I don't know. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense that somebody would be so right on pretty much every issue. I'm sure there's other issues that people are, do not agree with him on. I'm sure he's not like perfect. He's the perfect person. Everybody is perfect. No. He won't have Secret Service to get to the debate. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It would be great to have him at the debate. It would be great to have all the presidential candidates at the debate, honestly, personally. But if we can get one semi-sane person on the stage, that would be cool. I don't know. Microplastics found in every human testicle, says study. Golly. Well, that points to a collapse of another kind, I should say. Microplastics found in every human testicle. Golly. Did anybody watch that? After Ross Perot, they started rigging the debates. Did anybody watch Dark Waters? I suggest you watch Dark Waters. It's really good. Yeah, cesium 137. And probably every human testicle has PFOA in it, or forever chemicals. They're saying, anyways. The Dark Waters movie is great. At the end of the movie, they were saying there's forever chemicals in literally every single human on the planet. That it's literally everywhere, and that it is, I don't know, what, just going to destroy the web of life, probably. Like if we don't kill it with fire, aka climate change, we're going to kill it with, forever chemicals. So, so there's probably all kinds of things. In the bags. Anyways, microplastic has been found in human testicles with researchers. I'm sorry. I'm not going to start with the dirty jokes, okay? With researchers saying the discovery might be linked to declining sperm counts in men. Scientists tested 23 human testes as well as 47 testes from pet dogs. They found microplastic pollution in every sample. My God. The human testicles have been preserved, and so their sperm count could not be measured. However, the sperm count in the dog's testes could be assessed and was lower in samples with higher contamination with PVC. The study demonstrates a correlation, but further research is needed to prove microplastics cause sperm counts to fall. Sperm counts in men have been falling for decades, with chemical pollution such as pesticides implicated by many studies. Microplastics have also recently been discovered in human blood, placentas, and breast milk, indicating widespread contamination of people's bodies. The impact on health is yet unknown, but microplastics have been shown to cause damage to human cells in the laboratory. Vast amounts of plastic waste are dumped in the environment, and microplastics have polluted the entire planet, from the summit of Mount Everest to the deepest oceans. Have you all seen, speaking of Mount Everest, have you all seen the waste, the human waste? As the glaciers melt on Mount Everest, it is revealing all the human garbage left by, all those brave souls that wanted to climb the peak. Yeah, I agree with you, Bella. He's trying to get elected. That would not happen if he didn't suck up to Israel. Yeah. I think he's playing. I think he's playing a game, but we'll see. Yeah. Anyways, if you've seen these pictures of Mount Everest as the glaciers melt and the snow pack melts away, it's actually infuriating. I'm like, there's a point. Like, it's cool. I think humans trying to conquer things and do great things and stuff like that, like at one time that was interesting, I guess. But at this point it's just freaking indulgent, And I used to say this, and I don't really say this, I don't really go on about this much anymore, but I'm just like, stay your butt at home. If you're a human being, like, just stop with all the adventures and stuff. We don't need people, I'm going to go to the Arctic. I'm going to go fly to the bed. I'm going to, just stop with the freaking adventures already. It's all been done anyways. Like, look, just strive to be a better human being. I think that's a better way to use your time. And I'm, it's hard for me. I'm conflicted in this way because I love, hiking and going out in nature and all that kind of good stuff. And I love to go camping, and I like to do all the things that everybody else likes to do as far as like seeing the world or seeing places and stuff. But man, I mean, there are moments when I'm overcome by the feeling of like, just stay your butt at home. Human beings, stay your butt at home. Just stop already. Just freaking stop. Get to enjoy your very local, neighborhood, what's around you. Enjoy the best of it, and just stop already with the whole trying to do all the things. Anyways, again, though, I say this as a human being that likes to get out once in a while, but mostly I stay my butt at home. Mostly I stay my butt at home. For the most part, I stay my butt at home. But it's hard because because you want to, and it's nice. It's nice to get out into nature and get away from concrete and buildings and lights and people and cars and trucks. I enjoy that as well. Bella says fasting is good medicine. You can call it a hunger strike to get attention. All right, let's move on. Anyways, well, I'll read a little bit of this. Oh, did we talk about Assange is eligible for appeal? We'll try and get to that too. Vast amounts of plastic waste are dumped in the environment, and microplastics have polluted the entire planet from the summit of Mount Everest to the deepest oceans. People are known to consume the tiny particles via food and water, as well as breathing them in. The particles could lodge in tissue and cause inflammation, as air pollution particles do, or chemicals in the plastics could cause harm. In March, doctors warned of potentially life-threatening effects after finding a substantially raised risk of stroke, heart attack, and earlier death in people whose blood vessels were contaminated with microscopic plastics. At the beginning, I doubted whether microplastics could penetrate the reproductive system, said Professor Xingzhong Yu. Sorry, I just messed that up. Zhaozhong? Sorry. At the University of New Mexico in U.S., when I first received the results for dogs, I was surprised. I was even more surprised when I received the results for humans. The testes analyzed were obtained from postmortems in 2016 with the men ranging in age from 16 to 88 when they died. The impact on the younger generation might be more concerning. Well, yeah. Now that there is more plastic than ever in the environment, you said the study published in the journal Toxicological Sciences involved dissolving the tissue sample and then analyzing the plastic that remained. The dog's testes were obtained from veterinary practices that conducted neutering operations. The human testicles had a plastic concentration almost 3 times higher than that found in the dog testes. 330 micrograms per gram of tissue. God dang it. Compared with 123 micrograms, polyethylene used in plastic bags and bottles was the most common microplastic found, followed by PVC. PVC can release a lot of chemicals that interfere with spermatogenesis, and it contains chemicals that cause endocrine disruption, you said. The human testes had been routinely collected by the New Mexico Office of the Medical Investigator and were available following a 7-year storage requirement, after which the samples are usually discarded. A smaller study in China in 2023 also found microplastics in 6 human testes and 30 semen samples. Recent studies in mice have reported that microplastics reduced sperm count and caused abnormalities and hormone disruptions. Oh, man, that is depressing. PVC's PVC pipe is something that it's used for like conduit water, like water, they are super horrible. PVC plastic. I'm sure they come from other places too, but yeah, you got it. Yeah, Bella. Pipes, plastic pipes are made from PVC. Okay, so yeah, PVC is everywhere, and if you can avoid anything to do with PVC, please do it. All right, so it's just floods every single day. Even though I missed y'all for the weekend, mostly, or yesterday. Here's some more. We're getting weather weirding and weather whiplash and weather destruction. Terrible floods due to extreme rainfall in Germany. China. What the heck is going on? I mean, we know what's going on, but this is fairly amazing. Hold on, things are moving a little slow on the computer. Sorry, guys. Give it a sec. What the heck? Come on, man. Let's go. What's up, Rock Finners? What's the deal, yo? Anyways, I'm waiting for this girt dang thing to open here. Man, that was really slow. Hold on one second. I think I'm gonna have to close this out and try again. It's not really the heat. I mean, it's not that hot. It's not hot at all today. Not at all. But I think I've got too many tabs open on my Brave, and it's slow. Everything is just slowed down, guys. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. Can't seem to open this. We'll try again, though. Anyways, floods are everywhere. I guess. Hold on. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get this to open. Okay, Germany, we got this. It just does not. Want to do this. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, I didn't want that. Guys. Jesus. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Just lots of spinning. Okay, in the early hours of this morning, Guangxi was hit by extreme rainstorms. And okay, nothing wants to open really. Sorry. Try this one. Hold on. Let's see if we can open it again. Come on. Come on now. We can do it. We can do it. We can make it happen. All right, here we go. So many floods everywhere right now from Steve Austin. Massive floods due to extreme rainfall in Nanning City, Guangxi. Yeah, I think I just overloading the memory. That's quite wild. We'll look. Excuse me. Another post here. All right. Now it seems to be going. In the early hours this morning, Guangxi was hit by extreme rainstorms. Good Lord. Everywhere. And guess what? Roll the dice or, just play the odds on if the next place that gets hit by extreme weather like this is going to be, your town, your location. Poland. Storm dumps rivers of hail on the streets of Gniezno, Poland. Every freaking day, guys. Look at this. I think France got hit by a hailstorm. Let's see if we can find too many tabs. And I apologize. Let's see if we can. I'm just losing my way a little bit. We got Germany. We got Poland. We got China. Thought I had one for France. Canada too. Hold on. So this is in Poland. Hold on. We're gonna look at this one. Just wild freaking weather. Get used to it because this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go from now on, right? It's not going to be like, oh, that was weird. Whenever it calms down, we can get back to normal. No, there's no more normal. Sorry. Deline says, let's place bets on the next area that gets flooded. Lone Wanderer, planet is having its revenge. Scott Andrews, big business opportunity in replacing ruined cars. Well, yeah, because you gotta have a car. Oh, Bella says X having some outages. Well, I heard on another channel that X was having a hard time, or Twitter or whatever. Facebook. Yeah, I heard that there were some issues. Okay, so what's this? What are we looking at? Severe weather pounded countries across the world in the third week of May. Not really sure what all these places are that we're looking at, but these are several extreme weather events. I don't know where the fire is happening. Massive floods in Iran, catastrophic floods Afghanistan, dust storm in Mumbai, flash floods India, Tamil Nadu. We looked at that. We saw that. Flooding in Brazil. The storms in Texas. Zombie wildfires in Canada. And Northern Europe and the Netherlands battered by severe floods. Wow. Crepo. Huh. Anything else? Okay. Okay. If you enjoy this content, y'all, if you enjoy this content coming to you for free every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes on Saturday, if you like it and you want to be here every day and you want to enjoy it every day, please consider helping out financially, making a donation. There are lots of links in the description box, and there's all the usuals: PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, Coffees, etc. And a lot of you do support the show, and I appreciate y'all. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. Let's see. What are we looking at? Oh, zombie wildfires. Okay. Trying to get through all the things today. As much of the things as I possibly can. The heat index reached 112 Fahrenheit. I missed this story completely last week. Not missed it, but I missed bringing it to you. It was in my queue. It was in my queue last week, and I just, had so much going on, I didn't get to it. But I think I did mention it. It reached 115, feels like, in South Florida, but the heat index reached 112 Fahrenheit again on Sunday at 3 p.m. in Miami. In Miami's recorded history, something to think about. In Miami's recorded history, there has been just one other instance of 2 consecutive 112 heat index days. Those were August 8th and 9th. Guess when? It was just last year, 2023. But that was August, when it's supposed to be super duper uber hot. But no, is May right now. So that's not so great. It's mid-May. So it seems like we might be getting warmer. Do you think we might be getting warmer? Oh, to go back to this is a incredibly hilarious meme I saw here today. And going back to the microplastics. Can everybody see that? If you can't see it, a lady is wrapping fish for a customer, and the customer says, "May I have a plastic bag?" And she says, "Already inside." Yeah, 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 yeah. And I laughed. I laughed out loud. I did. Oh, here it is. Man, it took me I could not find this video of France. France also experiencing a hailstorm. Lots and lots of hail in mid-May. In Dijon, Côte d'Or, France this afternoon. Hails. All hails. Gigabane says the warmth is about to leap and it will be a surprise. Methane is tipping and the cruise ship port will to what? The cruise ship port to will happen soon. I think that was a typo. I don't know what you're trying to say, sir. Let's see. All right, Assange. I think some who knows? It's hard to get your hopes up in this case because it's been so long and it's been going in the Pam Ham says hails no. That's right. It's a good one. Good one. I like it. Or hails to the no. Hails to the no. Let's check out. Read a little bit about Assange here for a moment. Y'alls. Assange allowed to appeal extradition. Allowed to appeal. A London court has ruled that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange can appeal against extradition to the United States on espionage charges. The decision is likely to further drag out an already long legal saga. High Court judges Victoria Sharp and Jeremy Johnson ruled for Assange after his lawyers argued that the U.S. government provided blatantly inadequate assurances that he would have the same free speech protections as an American citizen if extradited from Britain. The 52-year-old has been indicted on 17 espionage charges, one charge of computer misuse over his website's publication of a large number of classified U.S. documents almost 15 years ago. His wife says her husband, Stella Assange, says her husband has been under enormous pressure. Mr. Assange spent the last 5 years in a high-security prison after initially taking refuge in the Ecuadorian embassy. I think we all know the story, or hopefully you do. If you don't know the story, I don't know. Do some reading. So this, I mean, it's a glimmer. It's a glimmer of hope. Gene says the Assange situation is just insanity. The U.S. is just evil. Well, there's that too. Is it clear to everybody that we don't operate on a higher moral plane? The U.S. government, is it clear now that we are two-faced, hypocritical, lying son of a bitches? The U.S. government. I'm not talking about me and you, but we allow it. So there's that. We allow it. True story. Yeah. And well, on top of that, we're genocidal, war criminal, power hungry, corrupt to the core, psychotic maniacs. That's what our government is. And if you want to try to apply some "we're the good guys" ideology around the U.S. government in life, I don't know if that is the right way to go. Anyways, but I'm sure that's probably clear to most people. Anyways, we'll see if this works out for Assange. Maybe. All right, guys, that does it for me. I'm gonna clock out of here. Oh, let me make sure I didn't. If somebody has contributed, that I am not missing anybody. What's up, Rockfin people? Kind of bunch of y'all came in kind of late, but thanks for being here. Denver, Hemp Car. They well stoned the Iranian president, says Osama. Denver says, hey, you guys, USA and Israel didn't totally Noriega the president of Iran. Yeah. Pretty much. It's kind of how it went down. You know what I'm saying? That's how the story went down. No pun intended. Let's see. Before we get out of here, hold on. Just don't want to miss anybody. Gigabane says USA was a dream of freedom that lost to the parasitic elites decades ago. Sure enough. All right. Let's see. To all the people watching on Twitter, thank you for tuning in. And the people watching on all the other channels, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. I don't know why I keep... It's frustrating. I have so many tabs open. Every time I hit a tab, it just closes it. Because... I don't know. Because I'm just a goofball that way. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you all tomorrow at the same bat time of 4 p.m. Pacific. And until next time, peace.